Nico Schlotterbeck. Alessandro Bastoni. Mark Gahey. Pau Torres. Joško Guardiol. Who will Barcelona sign this January? First of all, I want to say that I listed very unrealistic centre back at the beginning, man. I don't think any of them will come to Barcelona this January, and I will explain to you guys why. First of all, it's confirmed that Barcelona are in for a centre back this January after Andreas Christensen knee injury, which will keep him out for 4 to 5 months. And now, with that being said, Barcelona can use 40% of his salary to invest in a new centre back. But how much is 40% of Andreas Christensen's salary? It's between 5 million and 6 million. And now, with that being said, do you guys think that with 5 to 6 million, we will get Nico Schlotterbeck, we will get Alessandro Bastoni, Joško Guardiol, Pau Torres? It's very unrealistic, ladies and gentlemen. But I think Barcelona will go for a La Liga defender, and I will suggest a couple of them. First of all, you guys gotta understand, this is mid-season. It's January. So Alessandro Bastoni, Inter will be absolutely stupid to let their best defender go on loan or sell him mid-season, because they have to compete for the Scudetto, they have to compete for the Champions League, they have to compete for the Coppa Italia. They have all these competitions they're competing for, and selling or loaning out your best defender is not it's not the best thing you can do. However, Borussia Dortmund is the same as Inter as well. I mean, Dortmund are competing for the Bundesliga. They're competing for the Coppa Germany. They're also competing for the Champions League. You know, even though they're not gonna win it, or you never know. It will be obviously very dumb decision by Borussia Dortmund to let Nico Schlotterbeck leave on loan or sell him, given the fact that he's also sometimes, when Emre Can is not captaining, he's the captain, he's the guy who steps up for them. So selling him mid-season will be a huge decision by them. So I don't expect them to do that. However, the last two that I mentioned, I'll also say that Joško Guardiol is very unrealistic at the moment, because like I mentioned as well, for the other clubs, City are competing for the Premier League, the Champions League, there's also FA Cups, Carabao Cup. They're going for 4 competitions. So Joško Guardiol is having an amazing season so far with Ruben Diaz. So I think it's very unrealistic. But the next two could potentially join Barcelona this January. Mark Gahey, who obviously his contract will be ending this upcoming summer, and with his move to Liverpool already failing this last summer, could he actually join Liverpool, or could he join Barcelona, Real Madrid? Because a lot of teams are competing for this guy, and Crystal Palace at the moment, they don't have the leverage to demand a lot of money for Mark Gahey. And with 5 million, 6 million, I think it's way too low for Mark Gahey at the same time, because you guys gotta understand, Crystal Palace also are competing for the Conference League. They're also playing a Carabao Cup, which they knocked Liverpool out of. They're also wanting to finish top 4, maybe top 6 in the Premier League table. So they're also having all these competitions to compete for. And with Oliver Glasner being very adamant to keep Mark Gahey at the club, I think it's very practically impossible for Mark Gahey to leave. We can do pre-contract like Real Madrid usually do all the time. They sign a player in January, like an undisclosed signing, you know, behind the scenes, and in the summer they join Real Madrid. We can do the same thing. So we can sign him now just for him to join Barcelona for free. That could be an option. But with Pau Torres, Pau Torres is someone that I actually want. But the thing is, Christensen got injured, and I need someone that is right-footed, because Araujo is practically out of the club at the moment. We don't have any left-footed centre-back to cover for Gerard Martin either. So I don't know why we don't even have a choice. We just need a center back. But Pau Torres is a La Liga proven. He played amazingly with Unai Emery, Villarreal. He reached the semi-final in the Champions League 2022. He's always been amazing. His distribution on the ball has always been fantastic. But defensively, is he someone that can actually take us to the next level? Is he really a crazy upgrade on Gerard Martin? I think he's very, very much upgrade on Gerard Martin. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to lead us to... I still think he's kind of nice, man. I want aggressive. I want someone like Nico Schlotterbeck. I want someone that can be defensive beast and at the same time be amazing on the ball, just like we had with Inigo Martinez. But at the moment, we don't have any options. And with 5 to 6 million, I don't think Aston Villa will let him go for that free, for that low. So that's why I will go to my next point, which is I think Barcelona will look at La Liga, lower teams. And that's why I suggested players like Florian Lejeune, who plays for Rayo Vallecano. He's an Unk. I know he's an Unk. He had amazing experience with Newcastle. He also played for Deportivo Alaves, if I'm not mistaken. And so far, he's having his best time of his career at Rayo Vallecano. Him and his partner, Nobel Mendy. Nobel Mendy is also a beast. I haven't watched him that much on the ball, but defensively, this guy is absolutely solid and he's very fast. He can fit absolutely amazingly on our highline system. But on the ball, that's where I say, I don't know much about him. So those two are very, very good options for Barcelona, because you guys know what happened when Barcelona needed to sign an emergency striker back in 2021. When we signed Martin Braithwaite from Leganés, we opted because I think we used like part of Luis Suarez's salary to sign him. So I mean, with the amount of money that we have and we had at that time, we couldn't go for like a lead striker to come in for Luis Suarez when he got injured. So I see Barcelona doing the same thing this year. I see Barcelona going into the La Liga market. Let me know some suggestions. I mean, I'm looking at Villarreal maybe. I liked Renato Vega. I mean, he's having a good season so far, but he got a red card against Barcelona. He absolutely swiped Lamine Yamal. Who is his partner, man? Who is his partner? Because I want to see some La Liga defenders, you know. We can even look at what we say, Athletic Bilbao with Marc Vivian, who's also a Spanish national squad player. We can also look at someone like I mentioned from maybe Villarreal, like I mentioned. Let me see, Rafa Marin maybe. Rafa Marin is actually good as well. You know, Espanyol's defenders are actually having a great season as well. So maybe Cabrera, Calero, some random guy that could do the job for 6 months, man. Just for Kubarsi to get some rest. Just for Gerard Martin to get some rest, because I'm expecting those two to lead us for the rest of the season. So we need someone to rest them in the Copa del Rey games, in La Liga games where we're actually winning by 4 goals, 3 goals, just for them to get more rest. We just need someone. Let me know some suggestion in the chat or in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see. It's very, very unrealistic to get a world-class centre-back, man. But I can only hope, I can only dream for Nico Schlotterbeck to join us. Well, let me know your suggestions. Vamos.